Hey everyone, it's FeFe, a Holistic Gypsy. So I wanted to come to you guys because I had a message that was on my heart. I was talking to my partner about it. So I figured I'd just come to you guys about it. So we're obviously in Scorpio energy. And, you know, a lot of people, when they think of Scorpio, they think of desire, they think of lust, they think of sex. But even with Scorpio energy, Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. And we just went through the new moon of Scorpio energy, and we are currently in the season, so shout out to all my Scorpios. A lot of people are scared of the dark side of Scorpio, right? And they're scared of the dark aspects of themselves. So I want to talk to you to get more clarity about that aspect of yourself, or at least one perception of that aspect of yourself. And with the Scorpio energy, it is about transformation, which is what we would translate as death, right? And for some people, get a misconception of that, and there's a huge stigma and fear of what we would consider death. But if we understand energy, energy is never created or destroyed, only transformed. It only transforms or transfers. Okay, so it transforms forms or transfers to a different state of consciousness, a different state of being. So that obviously means that we're infinite beings. That obviously means that we can break barriers. And I know change and embracing the unknown is also instinctively fearful for all of us. Why? Because that means that, you know, we would have to let go of an aspect or physical things that we have, that we cherish and we adore. We have to let that go. Some people, you know, and that's what creates suffering and pain. So that's why people, when they think of Scorpio, the dark aspects of Scorpio, or even delving into what we would call shadow work, it is dealing with this aspect of yourself. And pain is, okay, we're back. So pain is usually created when we're dealing with resistance towards this change. And as you've heard so many leaders of the spiritual community, gurus or prophets that have came and went on this earth, they speak that change is inevitable. So it is a guaranteed, it is a promise. So one of the things that we can all do is embrace change. Now, I was delving into, well, you know, dealing with health. A lot of people have this stagnant energy within themselves, and usually it may manifest into a sickness. And, you know, we deal with the emotion, or we don't want to deal with the emotion because it's not comfortable. And then we have this dualistic nature of what certain emotions, you know, whether it's good or whether it's bad. But all emotions are just there to help gauge you and your standards and your divine soul expression here on this planet. So if you're dealing with certain people or you're around certain environments and you're, you know, not really resonating with that, or you feel something is off, you know, are you going to respect thyself to adjust the environment to make it be in alignment according to you, or maybe even leave that situation or environment or relationship or job or whatever it is? These are your choices. But because of fear, right? Fear of letting go, fear of losing something, and fear is usually false evidence appearing real, obviously. And we get to the point where we become stagnant and paralyzed, and we cage ourselves in this paradigm where we are scared to wear what we really want to wear, look how we really want to look, live where we really want to live, speak how we really want to speak, or say the things that we really feel on our hearts to say. And a lot of people wind up eating their emotions. As a holistic health practitioner, holistic coach, and working one-on-one with people, one of the huge barriers for a lot of people is they're coming to me to have physical transformation, not understanding that the physical transformation does start internally. It does start not only with your mentality, but also you have to be willing and okay with dealing with the stagnant emotions that come up when you are changing and eating a diet that is not going to suppress your emotions the way that cooked or processed and heavy, dense foods would. Okay, and it's not to demonize these foods. There are consequences to every. There's an effect to every cause. You know, so when I look at things, I like to remind people it's not really about good and bad. You know, that is to each their own. It is about what you want to be, what the effect that you're looking for, and what is the cause. Like, so what are you doing, and you know, what's the result of that, and is it getting you what you want? Is it serving you? And when we get to a point where we're okay with these other aspects of ourselves, the other desires of ourselves, things that are not agreeable to someone else, you first have to give yourself permission to live in your truth, to truly help and be of service the way that your soul and heart is seeking to be of service to other people. And that means accepting all aspects of yourself, you know. So even if you're a man or a woman, and you like certain things that may make you look more vulnerable or appear more soft. You know, a lot now living in the society that we live in today, people are scared to be vulnerable, people are scared to be soft, people are scared to be themselves. We're sitting on the sidelines spectating so much, we forgot to be ourselves and what that looks like, and learning a relationship to live in your own truth and not live according to someone else's thoughts or standards or frame of mind. Hey everyone, whoever that's watching. So I wanted to come to you guys because this is a great time, the season that we're currently in, just even with the energies that's hitting the planet, even with the rain that is happening in the background. And it's a great time to release those stagnant energies, release and, you know, really take note of the fears that you have and the cages, the invisible cages we put ourselves in because of due to what someone else would think of us. You know, we put ourselves in these invisible cages because we're scared of what our parents may think, you know, what the people we're associated may think of us, right? Our family may think, our loved ones may think, you know. And even then, we're attracting people in our lives that are not even having unconditional love for us, because they don't really have it for themselves. So we're expecting something that we're not giving ourselves, and others are not giving themselves either. So we're in this crazy relationships or connections with people that are not intimate the way we are seeking, internally seeking, and then we imprison ourselves, not living in our truth, because now we have people who are not in acceptance of their self and the totality of who they are, and thinking because they are a spiritual person, they have to look a certain way, dress a certain way, talk a certain way, or someone even religious, or whatever the case may be, right? Even healers. A healer has to look a certain way, act a certain way, you know, especially me, even though really I don't heal anyone. I'm just here to help encourage and create a safe environment to help people heal by empowering them with the information, sending encouragement, telling my stories, you know, channeling the truth that comes and resonates on my heart to share. And, you know, I wish the same for other people. And usually when we get sick, when we're dealing with illnesses, it's a reflection of stagnant energy, you know, on different levels of ourselves, different, you know, because we are multi-dimensional or multifaceted. The more we accept and embrace these aspects of ourselves, the more we can fully live in a whole state of being and fully be present. And actually tomorrow I'll be doing a live with Alkaline Environment, and we'll be talking about what is holistic health, because I'll be sharing my truth from my perspective of what is holistic health, and it's fully accepting the totality of who we are. You know, it is very correlated, obviously, of our thinking, our emotions. They're all interconnected, in our physical state of how we live is going to affect how our energy is flowing throughout our, expressing throughout our body. So we are stagnant in the sacral chakra because someone violated our trust, they violated our bodies, they violated boundaries that we have set, right? Or we have really just, due to religion, thinking that, sex is, is demonized or looked at as bad or less than, or because I'm spiritual and so now you have locked and suppressed this stagnant energy in that particular area of yourself. So now you're dealing with, kidneys, pancreas issues. You're dealing with ovary and testicular cancer or things of that nature. Why? Because not only energetically you block that area, but then it created through your habits due to the stagnant energy. Whether even if it was physical trauma. So it's different layers of healing that we must take place in doing, but I say, and I always say, it comes first with the internal healing, with accepting the pains that you have and sitting with your pains, right? And embracing your pains. And then you get to a point where you let it go, let it flow, So you find a healthy way to express and to get to a place where you're at one with your pain, because all it needs is your attention, and to give yourself permission to release these stagnant energies and blockages that's internal, especially when we were younger. We dealt with, all of us to a certain degree have dealt with some level of trauma and grief. It is a part of nature and life, and of course we are trained to be scared of the dark, right? We are trained through religion and through the media and the movies and the cartoons and things we watch to be so scared of the dark, but you must understand that that's where we heal, that's where we grow, that's where we do most of our transformation. We were born in a womb of darkness. You put a seed in the ground, it is in darkness, and you see a butterfly, it cocoons itself into darkness, and that's where the transformation and the regeneration is there. So as a holistic practitioner, a holistic coach, I really wanted to send that message because we're in the Scorpio season. It's just a beautiful time to really reflect. I wrote in my journal, as you guys saw in the pictures, wrote in a journal about releasing pain, and I had a beautiful poem that just, I guess, flew out while I was in that space of writing down new intentions. In order for me to fully manifest the life that I currently have now, I had to let go of things that wasn't serving me. I had to let go of stagnant energy. I had to face fears and really sit with my fears, really sit with things that I was running from, to see energetically why was it so difficult for me to get up and move, and what was I scared of. And I had to face those things, and I realized those things are not really that scary. They're just distorted perceptions of things from prior past events or unprocessed old traumas, And so when you realize there's no real boogeyman, and you're your only enemy, and your only boogeyman, and you really get to know thyself, you really accept who you are and the totality and the magic that can come with really nurturing those aspects of yourself, So I hope you guys have today's Wednesday, a great Wednesday, and I will be live again tomorrow, Alkaline Environment. I will post the flyer to this evening on my story time. FeFe, HolisticGypsy.com. If you guys do not know, that is our private membership website where we discuss and go way more in depth in these particular areas and topics, especially on the emotional aspects, so we can alchemize our life. So there's much more value there. Obviously, I have detox supportive video content for people who are transitioning their lives, especially with the physical. And then if you get to a space where you are not dealing with the emotion, or you're not being able to really transform your physical life, you can go into the membership level 2, or you just want to have that space and that the private space to go into the more deeper levels of healing and transforming yourself and your life. Level 2, the Practical Mystics, that is the membership level that would probably be best for you if you're resonating with any of the messages here. So just wanted to share that message. I hope you guys have a great Wednesday and a great rest of the week, and hit me up with the comments below. Let me know some of the fears that you have, or some, if you're open to it, if you feel safe and open to discussing some of the fears that you realize were not that big of a deal. Message me below. Let me know what are some fears that you're releasing. You know, again, this is a great time to release those fears. This is a great time to really sit back and think, what's the invisible cage that you put yourself in due to other people's perceptions or past events and things of that. So you can inbox me, and we could just talk about it there, or if you're open to share it here under this video, I'll post this on my IG as well as my I guess normal Instagram stuff. So hope you guys are doing well. Again, take care. Bye.